The Scots knew what they were doing when they put the Pakistanis into bat this morning. If the toss had gone the other way, it could have been a very embarrassing day for the Minnows. As it is, they can look back at least on a creditable bowling performance. In fact, they made a very promising start.
Stanger, the fielder, and the Scottish team celebrate. And Stanger, excellent piece of fielding, and I have to say that I think Afridi is going to struggle here.
You can see as Afridi is struggling here. Oh, it's well short of his crease. They weren't on top of their running in the last game either.
Well, the decision is out, quite rightly. It's not even close. Shoaib Akhtar goes run out for 7. And Pakistan are now 21 for 1. Short, wide, cut away. Razak will pick up 2. And that just gets him off the mark. It's always something that a batsman wants in any game, is to get rid of that 0 next to his name.
Ian Stanger, there's one or two, the square's in very good condition here. There's just 1 or 2 old footmarks around where Stanger was fielding.
And that's out. So the umpire raised his finger, and finally Anwar, after a pretty sluggish 23 balls that he faced for 6, departs. And Scotland continue their good work this morning apart from the extras.
Good delivery this from Azim Butt, just swinging away from side Anwar, faintest of edges. And Alec Davis takes a comfortable catch. It's the end for side Anwar. He's gone for 6. And Pakistan are 35 for 2.
Very experienced player in Zaman. Well, that is 4 byes. And I actually don't blame the keeper for being a little bit flippant, because the bowler and everybody thought it was going to bowl. And he just nearly let it go. But to continue. And the inside edge, the fine leg. Zaman still on naught. And I think you're right, that if you don't give those LBWs out for, where a batsman is stuck on the crease, he plays across his pads, then you're not going to give any LBWs out.
We'll just have a look at this throw from John Blaine. Direct hit. Well, he was in, but it was lazy running between the wickets.
Now that has got to be very close and is out. And Brinkley just getting that ball to just swing a little bit and hold up. After playing all around it.
Razak, he has only one problem, that is he likes to play on the onside, plumb in front of the stumps.
No complaints for that. Razak's gone for 12, it's 55 for 3.
Salim Malik getting an opportunity against the Minnows. And this time it's gone.
Yeah, Bloody's giving him out. Watch out.
Well, Salim Malik not playing the right kind of shot, playing across the line, and Pakistan in trouble.
Well, they really are in trouble now. Salim Malik goes, and real problems here for the Pakistanis. Jeffrey, pretty adjacent this time.
Yeah, is that a Yorkshireman bowling? Yeah, pitched on hitting. It's out in Yorkshire, it's out in Pakistan, and it's out in Durham.
Yes, he should have been looking to play it straight through mid-on rather than playing it across towards the mid-wicket area. That's an early exit, gone for naught, and Pakistan 60 for 4 and struggling.
Well, that's got to be worth a shout.
And slashed away, no gully. Brilliant piece of fielding. Brilliant fielding down at third man by Nick Dyer. Ball was screaming away towards the boundary, and the left hand flush into the left hand, and a smile by the fieldsman.
Well, spectacular stuff from Nick Dyer, who's in off the boundary by 20 yards or so. Threw himself to his left.
And he's not going to worry as much longer now either. Rush of blood, comprehensively stumped. And that doesn't do a great deal for Pakistan's cause when you've been there for ...50 deliveries, and then a rush of blood like this.
Well, when your thoughts, introduction of Dyer would bring some respite to Pakistan, and Zaman plays a shot like this.
It's man of that. 12 from 50 deliveries, and he's now gone. It's 92 for 5. And that's nicely driven down the ground. The shot waited to see if the ball was swinging and how much it was going to swing. And that, amazingly, the 30th over of the day, is the second boundary of the innings. Bowles brings the 100 up, down for 2, and making it quite comfortably. That's nicely played. A little bit too wide, a little too full. And that's the third boundary of this Pakistani innings. 8 off the over. It's 110 for 5. Slicing it away. It wasn't where he quite intended, but he's got enough bat on it to run away to the long off boundary.
And that's a lovely shot. Straight down the ground, one bounce over the rope for 4.
It's the first really aggressive stroke that the Pakistanis have attempted against Nick Dyer. Inzamam, well, tried one, I suppose, and failed miserably. That was beautifully played by Moeen. Down the track and hitting straight. Nobody out at deep long on or deep mid-off. There is now, though. Mid-on's dropped back straight away onto the edge.
It's gone a little bit finer than the previous one to backward square leg, so they'll pick up 2. Moeen Khan goes to 15. They can get a couple of lunches from in here if they'd like. 4 runs to fine leg. Just the 6th-4 of the innings. It's been a tough time for the Pakistan batsmen towards the boundary. A loose ball and just helped on its way. No slip or gully in place at this stage of the innings. And there's a man out at extra cover on the fence, but he won't get there. Just one bounce, Hamilton doing the fielding.
It's a bit of width from Stanger. Can middle that.
And the reverse sweep. And that is a very good shot. I think if the bowler has to tell the umpire that he's going to change from right-handed to left-handed, I think the batsman should do the same.
I think he's dead right. It was completely premeditated. But really good stroke. Very well played.
Go on, Nick. It's on, mate. Grab him. One more.
Shot of the match so far. And 4 more consecutive boundaries. The unorthodox and the orthodox bringing up the same result to different parts of the ground.
Splendid batting from Moin Khan. This one, the orthodox sweep, really wristy. On to 34 from just 29 balls now, Moin. Splendid little innings. And, scored 50% of Pakistan's boundaries, 4 from 8.
And ball in the air again. There's going to be some running around from backward square leg. Gavin Hamilton again doing the work, defending the boundary. Best over so far in the match for Pakistan. 12 from it, with 1 delivery remaining. Guy's been expensive. Brilliant batting by Moin Khan. And subtle. Lovely little touch. The ball was outside off stump. He knew there was a man at point on the fence, so he let the ball nearly go past him, in fact. And he got 3 runs to get 15 runs from the over. Great over for Pakistan. 172 for 5.
Swing to continue. It's nice to play it off the back foot. That brings up 50. It'll probably be 51. Yousuf Youhana, and it is. And I'm sure that his teammates on that Pakistani balcony will appreciate the work that he's put in.
Yes, he has done his team proud and self-proud in the process. What a lovely innings by a young man. A lot of confidence. And he knew he had to stay there, and other players will play around him to put up a decent total. He's done exactly that.
And that is going to be just wide. Nicky Dyer, 4 runs. Could have done with a fielder down there about 6 inches taller. And there you go. It's the story of this innings. As you can see, Pakistan were all over the place. There wasn't any substantial partnerships until this one. Now that really is a delightful flick. Probably would have gone down the leg side and been called a wide. But there he is, that man again, Moin Khan. And that's out. Not an orthodox dismissal, but a dismissal. And Scotland needed that, because these two were really enjoying themselves out there and setting up quite a flurry at the end. I think they've probably done enough to win this game now for Pakistan.
Yes, it's a slow ball by Hamilton. Moin extremely unlucky to pick out the only fielder. Either side of him, he would have gone for 4 runs. What a magnificent knock by Moin Khan. Moin Khan out for 47, Pakistan 195 for 6.
Well, Wasim Akram, 267 matches in one-day cricket. To hold the world record full stop in one-day cricket. Just chipping that over the infield. 2 comfortable runs.
Brilliant. They've got another 15 minutes to achieve that record.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's probably odds on. Now, that's how you save your legs. You just flick it away, effortlessly over mid-wicket, stand your ground, and you've got the first maximum of the match, 6 runs. To Wasim Akram. And he's continued from where he left off at Bristol.
Wasim Akram here, finding the ball right in the slot, does good timing, does exactly what is needed for.
And we'll just flip this away. There's a fielder under it, and it's dropped. Gavin Hamilton, of all people, the most experienced first-class cricketer in the Scotland side. I have to say, he was under it. Everything was safe. And he really does drop a sitter. 13 off that over. So far, we were actually having a bit of a problem. We thought it was over, didn't we, Coase? But umpires disagree. Who are we to argue?
That's a good strike by Wasim again. Better effort by Hamilton there, but Hudson, sorry, but I have to say, ball is still insisting on that line.
Smashed away by Wasim Akram. Hard chase for the boundary fielder, and he can't get there. Really was hit very hard, just backward a square. 4 runs. That's gone fine, and that's gone for 4. 14 runs. The over, an expensive one. It's 236 for 6. That's 4 more runs. Wasim Akram pretending to give himself a little bit of room, faking it, and the bowler is dispatched for 4.
Well, this is a little bit inexperienced, but bowling at that, he ought to be bowling in a block hole of fuller length. As you will see, Wasim looking for a little bit of room, and he wants him to bowl a length ball, which is exactly what Asim Butt does.
Clubbed away, it's going to fall quite safely. And Wasim Akram not even looking to see if the fielder's got the ball. He turned for the 2 and made it quite comfortably. Well, I think there'll be 2 here. That's good running. Yeah, it must be a little bit of a concern in the Pakistani dressing room about the top order, the form they're in at the moment. But you certainly wouldn't have any complaints from about batsman number 6 onwards.
No, you're not. I feel that Pakistan were lucky to be the recipient of West Indies' generosity, because West Indies only played 3 main bowlers against them, and that's enabled Pakistan to recover from a shaky start.
Back it up.
Good running again, 2 more to the total.
And going into the next game against Australia, who always play 4 to 5 bowlers, main bowlers, Pakistan will be lucky. Pakistan will not be lucky again. They've got Shane Warne to bowl, who bowls in the middle, and if Pakistan lose early wickets, it could be devastating.
Again hit down the ground, I would think only the single this time. Akram back onto strike, and Yousuf Youhana non-strikers and 77 not out. Wasim Akram now 36 runs from 18 deliveries, which gives them a strike rate of 200 exactly.
Nearly my strike rate.
Yeah, we're talking about the bat, not the ball, buddy. That's going to be at least 1 more. In fact, he hit that too cleanly. So 1 delivery to go. And the 40 over mark, which was 9.5 overs ago, 157, so 100 have come in 9.5 overs. Last ball of the innings. Smashed away, and smashed away for 4. Fitting way to finish Pakistani innings, and the man to strike it, Yousuf Youhana, deserves it. 81 not out, a fine way to complete what is, I have to say, a very good recovery from Pakistan. 60 for 4 to 261 for 6 is impressive in any form of cricket.
The Pakistan top order once again crumbling in the face of a reasonably steady Scottish bowling, but on the other hand, look at Mr. Extras, 59, equaling the world record in one-day internationals. That can't be called a good performance by the Scottish bowlers. And of course, later on, Yousuf Youhana bailing Pakistan out with 81 not out, Moin Khan doing the same with 47, and Wasim Akram once again to his team's rescue, 37 in very quick time, taking his team to 261 for 6. At one stage, they might have been all out for 175. Good performance in the end, indeed. For Scotland, 2 for 36 for Gavin Hamilton. Very good bowling under any circumstances. Brinkley also very economical, picking up that wicket for only 29 runs in 10 overs, but the rest of the bowlers a touch expensive, and that really cost Scotland. Of course, the extras, huge, wides, 33.
Well, there you go. Just as Paul Allen was saying, they won't have experienced anything like this. There's not a lot that Bruce Patterson could do about that. He was late on it. A little bit of in movement. And Scotland lose their first wicket.
Well, bemused and befuddled. Very late on that. Bruce Patterson couldn't believe that he had nipped back and clipped the top of middle and off stump. He's gone. Comprehensively beaten. And Scotland are 1 for 1.
Bold. That's high quality delivery. That's pitched around about middle and off and hit the top of off at rather good pace.
This is a good ball from Shoaib Akhtar. Too quick for Mike Smith. Bit of movement as well. That pitched off, hit off, and Smith comprehensively beaten. Scotland have lost their second wicket at 5 for 2.
Well, that's got to be worth a shout, and it's out. Too far across the stumps, and that would probably have hit around middle and leg.
3 appeals in 4 balls against Ian Phillip, 2 from Akram, but the successful one coming when he's hit in front by Shoaib Akhtar, going a long way across, and that's hitting leg stump. Ian Phillip didn't get off the mark, and Scotland in deep trouble, 9 for 3.
Played, good shot. Should pick up 2 here. Salim Malik doing the fielding. He's not sure it's gone. They might even get a third. Now, I'm not too sure that captain will be overly impressed with that piece of fielding. Having a glance Salim's way.
A very sloppy piece of fielding from Salim Malik.
Shoaib Akhtar to continue. And there's a loud appeal, and he's given. The batsman doesn't look over-impressed with the decision. Captain George Salmon has given out. Caught Moin Khan, bowled Shoaib Akhtar for 5. That's the 4th Scottish wicket to fall.
Captain's gone, just the thinnest of edges. Straight through to Moin, simple catch, everybody up, appealing. And George Salmon has gone. He's not happy, but he's got to go. He's gone for 5, Scotland 16 for 4.
A fantastic spill of bowling by Shoaib Akhtar, and to a marginally lesser extent, the captain was Akram. Akhtar has 3 for 6. And bowled. The classical Wasim Akram, delivery to the right-hander to bowl the right-handed batsman. Patterson, he got the same way in the first over, and now he has repeated the dose. The genuine late in-swing at good pace. And Ian Stanger in his first game is out.
Yes, we've seen trademarks, especially with the breeze helping him today to bring the ball back into the batsman. It was almost a replay of his first dismissal.
19 for 5. James Brinkley, the new batsman, confidently on the front foot.
Watch it.
Off the mark.
See, Marker is employing a shot like here with the hope that he might just get an inside edge onto the shot like field.
Good shot down the ground. First boundary of the innings, over-pitched and driven quite magnificently down the ground by James Brinkley.
Well, he's been waiting for that and looks to be loving it. It's a good shot, waiting for the half volley and hitting it straight. Nothing wrong with that at all. First boundary of the innings after 18 overs for Scotland.
It's a good shot. Unlucky. Well fielded. Freedy. Freedy at square leg. It's pretty well timed. Clubbed away over the top. Brinkley, the only man to hit boundaries in the Scottish innings, and that's his second one.
Yeah, good to see as well. He's been waiting for the ball to be pitched up. Nice free swing of the bat. Brings up the 50 for Scotland in the 20th over.
We'll be seeing him in a minute. And that's a pretty ordinary piece of fielding. Side Anwar, who continuously gets himself put into the tough position of backward point. But I have to say he's not the best I've seen in that position. Now the umpires will just check to see whether this is 4 or not. The fielder probably won't know. Shoaib Akhtar sliding in. But my first impression was that this might well be a boundary. I don't think there's any doubt about that whatsoever. 4 runs.
And he's pulled through for a single chance for a run out if Wasm hits. If he hits, he's out and he misses. So he didn't miss by a lot, but he missed by enough.
Pakistan captain here coming in very quickly as he shied the stumps. And if it hits, it would have been out.
And the pitch, and there's a man at long on, mid on, but over his head towards long on, and a boundary. Mushtaq Ahmed has come on for Saeed Anwar. He's sitting up there with his feet up, reading a book, and now he's out on the field and hit away towards backward square leg. It may go all the way to the fence. It does. Very good shot. Akhtar unable to get there from his position. So a boundary. So a productive little 15-minute period for Scotland.
Good shot by the batsman here.
In the air, chance for a catch, and Mohan Khan calls everybody out and takes the simplest of wicket-keeping catches. So James Brinkley playing a shot more reminiscent of Christy Brinkley. So Kane continues his wicket-taking ability in one-day games.
Yes, Khan tosses the ball up in the air. He's got a lot of runs to play with. The shot was on. Just tough edges it. And Wayne took a comfortable catch.
James Brinkley, a nice partnership comes to an end. out for 22 from 43 deliveries, and Scotland now 78 for 6. And Wasm throws at the stumps again and misses, and Paul backing up. So instead of a single, 5 runs. And Mushtaq Ahmed, who's come onto the field to replace the injured Said Anwar, apologises to his captain. The captain did everything right.
Well, same here. He had a chance. If there's a chance, you must throw the ball and try and get him out. Poor cricket by Pakistan. Really should have done a lot better, Mushtaq.
And off the inside edge of the bat, and a couple of runs down to backward square leg. And depending on which end he throws, wrong end was thrown to, so 3 runs. Great spell at the start by both opening bowlers. 2 for 18 and 3 for 6. And one of the fast bowlers will do the misfielding. So a boundary through the legs of Shoaib Akhtar. We saw an overthrow boundary in the previous over through the legs of Mushtaq Ahmed, and now the dose repeated.
As Pakistan becoming increasingly sloppy.
And in the air, and just over the head of the Pakistan captain, and nice spin and bite on the ball. And overthrows continue here. Keystone Cops in the field at the moment. And Inzamam, that man involved.
If I was Sir Clay Mushtaq, I'd be very annoyed with this performance. Yeah, just watch young sprightly Inzamam there.
Come on, boys!
Now, I heard that thud. Now, that does bring, shall we say, a tear or two to your eyes. And it's bad enough impact, but the following minute after the ball has struck you in that region, you really do feel physically ill.
And that's nipped back and bounced. It is incredibly painful.
It's incredibly accurate. Oh, I've never been hit like that once myself, and you won't believe this, but as I'm lying on the floor, one of the opposition walked by and said, "Where did it hit you?"
It's hit hard and high. It'll be 6. Great blow.
We've seen him do this on more than one occasion for Yorkshire. Gavin Hamilton, he likes to strike the ball. He's a clean hitter of the ball, and this goes a long way.
Used his feet well to get down the track and then hit through it. Super follow through.
And he's gone for the big hit again, and I think he's got enough bat on that, and he clears the boundary. It's another maximum, 6 more runs. 16 from that second over. It's 123 for 6. That's the 50 for Gavin Hamilton, and very well played. His first half century for Scotland. And he's done it from just 90 deliveries. 16 for 4 when he walked to the crease, and that soon became 19 for 5. So that's a pretty gutsy performance from the young man.
From the Finkel end. And some room and width given, and smashed through the offside. That has hit the middle of the bat.
That's the shot of the day.
And the slow ball's got him out. So it took Wasm Akram about 5 minutes to set the field, and he put him in exactly the right spot for the slow full toss outside off stump.
Well, you could say good piece of captaincy there, or sheer luck? It's a slow ball. The batsman could have hit it anywhere, but instead chooses to find the fielder. Unlucky.
That's very close, and umpire says that is out. LBW shuffling across the crease, and that extra pace that Madassa was talking about, proving the undoing of John Blaine.
Razak catching the batsman on the back foot here. And I think he was out. Not very happy, indicating his bat there, but John Blaine out for 0, and Scott 149 for 8.
And big shout, wicketkeeper and bowler. Not out.
His Shazza Freeze's quicker ball. Let me assure you, he can bowl as quick as anybody.
He enticed the pull shot from the batsman, but he needed the ball to be a little bit shorter than what it was. So Buddy's off the mark. Gavin Hamilton is in the mood of trying to hit the world's biggest 6 at the moment. And you won't do it if you don't watch the ball.
Full marks to Shoaib Akhtar here. He's watching the batsman, who's looking for a little bit of room, trying to slog him over mid-wicket.
Catch it! Into the air, past Akram. A couple of runs to cover. It's a long boundary. Huge ground here in Durham. Ropes well inside the fence, some 15 metres in places. There he goes again. There's a man at long on, but he is 15 feet too short in height. Straight over his head, he's in the right position. So 160 for 8 after 37 overs. Outside edge, and that's out. Another very good delivery by Abdul Razak. It's his 3rd wicket, and Azim Butt is his victim, just fending at the ball. A nice edge, a nice comfortable catch from Owen.
Good bowling by Razak. Pretty straight ball, but it doesn't put pace. But nevertheless, a good ball to bowl at tail end. Azim Butt departs. They've scored only 1, and Scotland 160 for 9.
160 for 9. So the final man comes in. Nick Dyer, the off-spinner. He bowled 9 overs and took 1 for 48. The wicket of Inzamam stumped for 12. And just to try and look at our scorers' notes on dismissal, Mud, Inzamam's one of the things that we can say about our scorer, he puts down the facts. Inzamam was out-stumped, and I quote, trying to launch spinner over infield, missed by a mile, stumped by yards. No need for the 3rd umpire. Last man at the crease, and not for long if he keeps doing that.
Yes, Razak is excited here. He knows if he bowls straight, he'll go through the batsman's defence. He's hungry for some more wickets.
Akram's 7 overs, 2 for 18. Brilliant opening spell with Shoaib Akhtar, 6 overs, 3 for 11, but the youngster is off the field. So it's left to the old man to try and wrap up the innings. Just as I spoke, Shoaib Akhtar has come back onto the ground, feeling a very fine third man with no slip in place. Wasm Akram, the only man over 300 one-day international wickets. He has in fact got 373, so he is way, way out there in front. Wakar is second, 90 behind him. And down the Kapil Dev, he won't get any more on 253. Slapped back past the bowler is the only way you could describe that shot. In the air, that'll land well short of Akhtar. Going for two to keep the strike, so good running.
On the left, please, up.
3.
Is Shoaib Akhtar back on the field? How heartening it is to see him come back onto the field. You see him appealing for a card behind there. And no response from the umpire. At least no positive response.
That's a wide delivery, and Warren can't do much about it. Did a pretty good job, in fact, to get a glove to it. Prevented what would have been a boundary, only a single. In fact, they didn't take the run in the end. Just keep Hamilton on strike and take the single run for the wide delivery. So good thinking. Two balls left in the over. Can Pakistan keep this man on strike? He doesn't have to, because he's bowling with a very, very clever slow ball. Brilliant piece of bowling by the Pakistan captain. He takes his third wicket for the match. And a 94-run victory by Pakistan. But Scotland don't go home disgraced.
Fantastic opening burst indeed by Shoaib Akhtar and Wasim Akram had Scotland reeling, but thereafter their bowling hero, Gavin Hamilton, was the hero of the bat as well.